Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Madam, and I'm coming back to you once again. This time, I'm going to go over to RadarOnline.com, and this is in the celebrities column, and it is about ex-Lakers star Trevor Ariza. Estranged wife files for restraining order over alleged abuse. Tells judge, I am consistently worried. I will list the article writer and all of the details in the description as I always do. And it says ex-Lakers star Trevor Ariza estranged wife has rushed to court pleading for a restraining order against the father of her two children, Radar Online has learned. According to the court documents obtained by Radar Online, Bree Anderson Artiza filed a petition for a protective order against Trevor. She wants him ordered to stay away from her and not contact her, claiming she fears for her safety. Okay. She wants the judge to order Trevor to not be allowed inside her home. Further, she wants sole custody awarded to her, with the NBA star having supervised visitations. In the restraining order petition, Bree said that during their marriage, Trevor engaged in acts of extreme physical abuse towards me. He was verbally and emotionally abusive to me. Some of the abuse occurred in the presence of our children, she said. I have been financially dependent on Trevor throughout our marriage. She explained as to why she stayed until she had the courage to leave. She said she hoped filing for divorce would put an end to the alleged abuse, but she said it hasn't. However, she said Trevor has continued to call her the H word and a B word in front of their children and says he threatens me on a regular basis. And these are some of the pictures that she posted of the alleged abuse. She said Trevor lives half a mile away, which makes her uncomfortable. Bree said he has entered her home without her knowledge, as he thinks he has the right to come and go from my residence as he pleases. She said at one point he threatened to change the locks and leave her homeless if she didn't obey all of his directives. Bree said Trevor is still refusing to pay her child support and has threatened to take away the kids. In a petition, she detailed an alleged incident in August of 2021 where she said Trevor showed up at her home. Bree said he was very angry and demanded she turn over her cell phone. She refused. Bree claims he threw her on the bed and started choking her, but let go right before she passed out. She accuses Trevor of having punched her with a closed fist and then continuing to punch her multiple times. Here's another picture of the alleged assault, I'm assuming from the incident in 2021. Bree said another incident went down on February the 17th, 2020, where Trevor allegedly choked her until she passed out. He immediately grabbed me by the throat and started choking me until I was unconscious. She pointed to a September 9th, 2020 text that Trevor allegedly sent her that read, "Me putting my hands on you has caused me to feel like I'm nothing." Bree said, I strongly believe that Trevor's physical, verbal, and emotional abuse warrants a protective order. Bree included several photos of her injuries from Trevor's alleged acts as part of her request. As RadarOnline.com previously reported, Trevor and his estranged wife Bree has been fighting in court for months. Last year, Bree filed for divorce from Trevor after 4 years of marriage. She cited inconsolable differences. I apologize if I mispronounced that right. I always get that wrong. As the reason for the split. Bree listed the date of marriage as April 2018, and the date of separation to be determined. The two dated for 2 years before getting hitched. Bree demanded primary physical custody of their two kids and asked that Trevor receive visitation. She requested temporary child and spousal support from the NBA star, In response, Trevor demanded joint physical and legal custody of their kids. He asked the court to terminate Bree's right to spousal support. The case is ongoing as it stands. Um, you know, uh, how can you deny? I mean, look at the pictures, bro. Like, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I mean, usually you hear stories like this and they don't really show like pictures and stuff like that, but come on, man, look at that. I mean, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Look at that picture, bro. Like, look at her face. That's crazy. I mean, allegedly, but look at her face. You know what I mean? Like, who does that? Because you the sole provider, you feel like you have ownership, you own someone? Like what is your issues? Like, I mean, it should go way beyond, spousal and child support and a protective order, some mental counseling, anger management, you know, whatever else is going, you know what I'm saying? Allegedly, but still, bro, like, that's not cool. And for her to, stay as long as she did, just speaks to the fear. Sometimes people have power, um, generally speaking, sometimes people have power over another individual where they can literally control their lives, how they're going to eat, how they're going to live, how they're going to survive, and be able to, do other things. And, for people that, always saying, I hate this and see this all the time, why don't you just leave and things like that? Or, just, work yourself and stuff. Sometimes in these situations, generally speaking, the person that has the most power does not want that other person to work, does not want that other, person to go out there and make a means for themselves, because that would be cutting off, you know, the type of, dominance and control that they have. I always think that there's something wrong with any person, whether it be man or woman, that puts other people in the situation. You don't have ownership over anyone. You know, it's just crazy, and I hope that she gets the help that she needs, and I hope that she's granted um, whatever she's asking for, because clearly, she has to get out of this situation uh, that's allegedly happening to her, and begin the healing process. And another thing, it's never a good thing for children to be in the presence of this type of violence. It just grows and festers, and children grow into young teens, and then young adults, and then full grown adults, and then they go out in the world and repeat the same pattern of abuse, um, sadly, a lot of times. And she has to save herself and her kids at this point. If everything that she's saying allegedly is true, she has to get out that situation, you know. But I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I definitely would love to hear from you. So please drop down so we can chop it up. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share as well. And thank you so much. I do appreciate you watching this video. And with that, I will get with you in the next one.